Hi guys, this is Kent from the Games Den. Today I'm playing Ride 3 and the new patch has dropped 1.06, so I'm going to be going and seeing if that's affected the gameplay at all. And as a nice little bonus surprise for you, I've got a guest star on the channel today. Wally has joined us. Hey Wally.
Hello, I'm Wally. That randomer in the chat.
Now you got to be nice to. He's probably a bit shy. It's his first time on such a massive channel with like 2 million subscribers like this, so we'll have to look after him. Right, that was a complete lie, by the way. Obviously, we're lucky to have 2 subscribers. Let's have a look.
2,000's quite impressive.
No, exactly. I was well happy. It was a nice. That was my best Christmas present. We hitting 2,000 subs over Christmas, and it's nice that there's a little buffer. When it was on like 2002, 2003, I was thinking I better not say too much about it because like it could do that little dip down to like 1999 again.
That always happens. I've seen quite a few people who do the countdowns and they have the number on the screen that's fluctuating up and down, and then they'll hit a big mark and then they get really excited and then it'll drop back down. It's quite funny.
It's crazy. Hey MK, how's it going, man?
Hey MK.
There's two MKs. MK's popular.
No, there's MDFK. That's the other guy.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, like, of course, I knew that. Well, the main thing people are going to want to know about the patch is, are the time trials any easier? And myself and Wally have just been chatting while we look at all the different times before we went live, you know, a bit of pre-production meeting and all that. And we've decided that none of the times have changed at all, really. So, well, possibly one of them, possibly Magni Cores, but yeah, a bit disappointing.
Yeah, that's not great. It's odd, really. I don't know why they chose that Magni Core one over anything else.
I mean, for me, the Macau one is the standout one because the bronze time is like 240, I think, and then the gold time is 230, and you're thinking 10 seconds is a hell of a difference on a time attack. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is huge.
That's such a gap. That's the biggest gap in the game, and it's not like we're talking about a 6 or 7 minute race like on Nürburgring where you might have such a big gap. But anyway, you know.
What are the gaps normally? Like around 5 seconds.
Yeah. Some are like 3 seconds from bronze to
as little as 3. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge gap.
Yeah, I know. So I'm having a little go at Donington now. That's going to be my start point because I actually got a silver on that. So I just want to see if the gameplay itself has, I don't know, if that makes me faster in some way.
Yeah, they've done something to the gameplay. They said that there's been some kind of minor tweaks and adjustments to the handling.
So this
but whether
one,
that makes a difference.
They might have changed the bronze time. It's 1:43, whereas silver is 1:37. That's a big gap.
Oh, I remember this.
Have they changed the bronze times? I wish I'd taken a photo now. Evidence of every single one.
I would have thought they'd put it in the update files though.
Oh yeah.
Why would you say that you've changed the Magni Core time trial time, but none of the others?
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm still having the same problem with the turning on this track where you like, it's actually the fact that you're on full lock and you can't get the power on because your bike's not got round the corner, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that is tough.
The other
Yeah,
night you
you can
had
see
me
it, yeah.
thinking I was batshit mental, by the way. Anyone who saw that stream, when you were like, I think it's your controller, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I think it might be my
Yeah,
controller.
I'm still a bit convinced, if I'm honest. There's sometimes on certain corners, then I'm in and out of there, and I don't have a problem, and I watch you, and I don't know, it's like you going round a longer corner or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
weird.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Especially this hairpin at the back of the circuit.
I mean, that was me on full lock, and I'm having, yeah. Oh, 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 oh! That wasn't
Oh,
bad.
nearly a silver.
That wasn't bad for a shit lap, what was basically a shit lap.
What was your previous best on this? A bronze?
Silver, just like half of it. I was like half a second quicker than that, but
Okay.
I've messed up. It's actually worth throwing in a rewind, isn't it? Sometimes if you really cock it up.
I think the good thing about the rewinds is you can learn a bit more. You can go, oh, okay, I see what I did wrong there, and then do it again. But if you've got to start the whole lap over again, it's hard to know where you went wrong. How far ahead are you in comparison to the stream? Are you like a corner ahead?
Oh, that's a good point. I can't see my phone now. Yeah, it's quite a few seconds. It's about 6 or 7 seconds.
Okay. Ah, Phil's here.
Hey Phil. Wally's appearing live on the channel tonight.
Phil asks what's in the new patch. He hasn't played it for a while.
Wally will answer that.
What's in the new patch? That's a good question. There's been many updates that, in terms of fixing things or supposedly fixing things, but I think they also may have added a new bike, because they're either adding a new bike today or in tomorrow's patch. There was supposed to be a bike update. Looking through the update history, I don't think they've added a bike. It's just they're saying that they've updated liveries on things and modified the way each of these little bikes handles. Yeah, I don't think they've added a bike. They've fixed some trophies.
Oh yeah, what
So
trophies do you think have been fixed?
Green Inferno, Union Jack, Supermoto Expert, Hit the Gas, Racing Sideways, Triumph in the City, Nocturnal Animal.
Fixed in what way, I wonder?
Well, didn't you say before, like, oh, I've won at Macau before, but you didn't get the trophy?
Yes, okay, yeah, so guys, you'd win it. You had to go and do it in quick race, some of them.
Yeah, so maybe that's fixed. The AI. There was something about the AI.
Essentially, the AI isn't any... Well, we don't know that. That's not true. I shouldn't say that.
It says minor fixes on AI. So interpret that how you will.
Yeah, shit. The thing that bothers me is that the turning on the bike hasn't been improved.
I think that, yeah, so in my opinion, when I first played this game, I thought that the way the bike handles is smoother. If you, in comparison to MotoGP 18, is that's more responsive. But this was slowed down, which is nice because you can be smoother and more accurate. But the downside, as you say, you have to turn in so early, and it's a bit too much because it's so slow. Oh, Yorkshire Pudd's here.
Ah, hey Yorkshire.
What's up, Yorkshire Pud?
I've had a cold, so what I've done is I've basically employed Wally to talk for me instead. So he's like a little buffer as well. So if anything goes wrong on the stream, I can just be like, "Oh Wally, oh for God's sake!" Like, and yeah, it's good.
I tell you what, I know you do have that chat on your PlayStation screen, but because I'm trying to do that lap of Macau and look at what the chat says a bit, I'm having to pause the game. But obviously you don't pause the game, so I know you don't have to look down on your lap, but it's really hard to keep track of what's going on and whilst playing the game.
Exactly.
I'll give you that one.
Exactly. I could only get second on that, by the way. I mean, I'm not unhappy with second. I did improve my time slightly. So I reckon I could do that if I sat here on my own, doing it time and time again, like you say, without talking. I think that's possible.
Yeah, you definitely gain time without talking.
I took 0.5 of a second under. I took it to 136.8 silver, and you need 137.3. But when I look at it, I think, can I find 2.5 seconds? I need 2.5 seconds for gold. So, hey Yorkshire, yeah, I am feeling a bit better, thanks mate. I mean, it hasn't completely gone away, but everyone knows how serious man flu can be. I mean, it's a miracle I'm still here at all, really. So, we've got to be grateful for small mercies, because it's a serious illness. My girlfriend has actually caught it off me, but obviously she's only got, you know, women's flu, and women's flu is obviously not the same at all. They can still function and make our dinners even when they've got that, so that's a positive. I'm going to be in such trouble when I see her in a couple of days. She watches this. How far in is it? 13 minutes. She might not get this far. I might get away with that.
I think that might actually be technically correct. I read something on the internet about that. A man probably wrote it, but...
Exactly. And that is why I said it, because Wally told me to. So it's not sexist at all, actually. It was Wally giving me facts, because he's like my pet man, so I just repeat the facts.
There is now a medical term, man flu. Yeah, just to let you know, I did one lap on that Macau time trial, and my first lap was a 2 minutes 30.703, and I think you said I need a 0.6.
That's ridiculous. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you.
So I can definitely get that. No, well, as I said before, the manual gears make a big difference. Because oh yeah, I was going to make a video for you to show a comparison. So even using manual gears, then I got a new bike and I was.
If you make a video, I'll steal it and put it on my channel if you want. If you do a comparison.
Oh yeah, I was just going to do it because I got a new bike and I was a bit disappointed with its performance. So I thought I'm going to compare all these bikes in a drag race.
Yeah.
And then I realised as I was comparing them that when you change gear for each individual bike is so crucial. So with this Ducati that I had, then changing gear earlier, but not too early at a specific point, I was going noticeably quicker on the drag races than maxing out on the revs.
Yeah,
but other bikes, you want to max out on the revs, and the difference is actually quite big.
What? So it varies from bike to bike when you should ultimately change gear?
It does, yeah. And the problem when you have your automatic gears, it's always changing too early.
Ah, Yes.
So you're losing out, and you're losing out on the downshifts as well because I changed down the gearbox really fast on some bikes, and my bike slows down loads quicker.
Yeah, Yorkshire Pud's happy the patch is out. Wait till you try the patch, Yorkshire. The time trials haven't changed, mate. But he's done a happy face as well. Oh, the poor boy.
And I also worked out that you may already know this, because you said it before, but the racing line isn't consistent, but I worked out why it isn't consistent.
Go on.
It's because, you know the different colours?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that red means brake there. Did you know that? Red doesn't mean brake at that point.
What? I thought yellow meant you better be thinking about braking and red meant brake.
No, I think it means that red is basically blue is if it's blue then your speed is totally fine and you can go around the corner with your current speed. But red means that you're really far away from the speed that you need to be going, and yellow means that you're closer to the speed that you need to be going. So for example, as soon as it turns yellow, then the line is basically saying, oh, realistically at this point we want you to be going slower than you currently are. And red means that you need to be going a lot slower than you currently are. I don't think it means brake at that point.
Really?
Yeah, because every time you do a lap, then the colours change. They're not always in the same position, but if it was a braking marker, it would be in the same position every lap. Yeah, red means you're going too fast, that's right. Red means that you're going way too fast, and yellow means you're going a bit too fast. And I think that's why the racing line sucks.
Oh, I just can't get left to right is it's the transition when you're trying to turn.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's tough, I just saw that.
Look at this. So oh no. Okay. My bad, I am going too fast there. Let's try it again.
Oh, that was weird, because it happened a few seconds after you said it, and I was confused, but then I worked it out.
Oh, yeah, because you're hearing me real time now.
Yeah.
Whereas they've got me on a slight delay. Well, this is it, Wally.
Yeah,
you're in show business now. You're seeing behind the curtain, you know?
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, because obviously for them everything's delayed, but for me it's just the gameplay that's delayed. Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, shit. It's all ruined for Wally now. He's going to see all the different camera angles and all the reshoots that we have to do. I knew that
crash was going to happen. Oh dear.
There's no way I'm concentrating anywhere near enough to get the time I need on this track, but I do like this track.
Yeah, Yorkshire Pudding just said that he just wants the game to work.
I nearly did it. Did you see that? I was literally 0.1 off of a silver. Okay, I've got to do another lap now, haven't I?
But you said you still need the golds though, or unless they've fixed it without explaining it in the update history.
What would that mean?
Well, they may have a limited amount of space in the PlayStation update history folder thing.
Oh yeah.
And quite often they'll release like a big list of what they've changed to the game on the internet. So maybe you do only need a bronze, but they've only said it on the internet.
If you do though, how is it It isn't. It obviously isn't because I just got a silver, didn't I, on that other track? And that was the last. Ultimately, the last. That should have unlocked it.
Oh, really? Ah, okay. Yeah, Yorkshire Pud says he's won time trials on points of a second, so he's just about on the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian.
Well, that's good, mate. But unless you've been knocking out golds on these special events, it don't count.
Does it keep track of the time that you've already done?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where you're missing out. So you need a ghost. If it doesn't have it on the career mode, but
no.
On the time trial you have a ghost, and that's really useful for improving your time. Yeah, they should add that. That would be really good.
Hey Ian, how's it going, man? Ian is an old friend of mine.
Oh really?
Yeah. From way back in the day, like when I was telling you guys about, I started on a forum. I used to run a forum before I did a website, and then I did obviously my gaming channel now. He was one of my mates from back in the forum days.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I still need to check that out. I've been on the issue forum on the website, or are they two separate?
No. The forum was before. Back in the day, we used to have an Xbox forum. I was an Xbox person. It was called Gamerscore Addicts. It was quite famous in its own little way. But once True Achievements came along, they kind of stole my thunder. See,
I see.
if only I'd had people, if only I had friends that could do a bit of coding, I could have been True Achievements.
Coding is strange.
Oh, I'm getting slower. I'm getting slower. Chatting away, I'm literally getting slower on that one.
For our Yorkshire Pudding says that he was hoping for a full Isle of Man track, but he would be lucky to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great, but I'm not sure they'd even be allowed to do it, even if they wanted to.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. It was like published by Big Ben, but it was made by that Clyton, I want to say. Is it Clyton? The TT
Clifton
game?
Or something like that.
Yeah.
But then saying that...
That was a clusterfuck on release as well. That needed a few patches to even make it... Yeah.
That's true. I was just going to say that, this game has Donington Park. I think Project Cars has Donington Park. So there's loads of games that share the same circuits. So I don't see why the Isle of Man circuit would be any different.
Yeah.
What's my channel? My channel is... just click on my name in the chat. There's nothing that exciting on there.
Yeah. No one in bikinis or anything. I had a look myself.
No.
Phil's going to start the campaign to replace Kent Hammer with Wally, basically. Which is probably a good idea, because Wally is a better rider, so it makes some kind of sense.
It's not all about that.
Well, you know.
It's about entertainment.
Haha. Oh, well then. If that's what it is.
Look, you have to look at Top Gear. I mean, well, not that it's the same anymore, but the three people who did Top Gear, they were okay at driving cars. James May not as good, but it was the entertainment that made it so brilliant. They could obviously drive, but they weren't Lewis Hamilton.
No. Oh well, there's hope for me. Yeah, I'm improving. I have my little moments. I think people like the
Oh,
little.
certainly.
I think they like the moments, and then they also like the moments where it goes completely fucking wrong for me. Those
That
moments
is
seem to
quite
be
funny.
quite popular too.
People like that on all levels. Even people who are really certain game, uh, their fans find it really amusing when it goes wrong.
Yeah.
There's something funny about it. Oh, Cadwell Park. Oof. That's a
Yeah.
tough one.
I know. It's the next one.
Ah, on volume 7
I've
or
jumped up.
6.
I have jumped around here. Yeah. 6 I'm on, I think. Still on the special events. I'm just thinking. Initially, my plan was finish every event, and when they drop the patch, of course they'll lower the times, and then I'll be in position to do the finale. That hasn't quite gone my way today. Although I'm
No,
happy to
that's
have
unfortunate.
Wally on the channel as a little guest star, I'm actually quite disappointed in the patch, which is obviously the content we're talking about today. It's underwhelming. They've given us a long list of stuff they've done, which makes you think, wow, this is great. But in reality, playing the game, I'm not feeling any different.
Yeah, maybe if you went around the same track again and again, and then you came back after a patch to go around the same track, you go, oh, I can feel it's a tiny bit different, but yeah,
Okay.
overall I'd say it's the same, I agree.
Well, I'm definitely open to being wrong, because I definitely want to be wrong on this one. But what they've got to remember is, looking at the difficulty settings, currently you can't finish the game. If you're, I would say, even if you're average, or even slightly above average rider, in these games, obviously, gaming-wise, you're not going to get to the finale. You won't ever see it, because you'll be lucky to get beyond silver. Like, I've been picking up silvers on my time trials, but to find another 2 or 3 seconds, it's kind of beyond me, unless I dedicate my whole life to it.
And that's not what you want from a game.
Compared to all the other races, which I really enjoy, I'm really like this race here. I'm thoroughly enjoying being miles out in front. I like winning. And look at the difficulty spike. It's fucked up. Why am I 6 seconds ahead? It's ridiculous. I haven't even been clean. Haven't even done particularly good lap. Hey Milan.
Yeah, that's where the game fails. I think you're right. The fact that some parts of it are so easy in comparison to others, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I guarantee you, now I've seen this track, I bet you I could go and put this on ultimate difficulty, and I bet I'd still win, because I know how it works.
But,
My bike.
but then if you went and did this track, I think there's a time trial event for this track, and tried to get gold for it, that would be a tough one. Yeah, I am, Milan. Yeah, I was just looking, Kent. So, on the main career menu where you see all the different magazines, on the grand finale, then for me it says that I need to get the 2 special events completed. Then I've got a little 2 because I haven't done them yet. But the little sticker next to the 2 is gold, which obviously says that you have to get them all gold. So
Yeah.
I think that would be the thing to look out for if they ever release an update, and if that sticker changes to silver or to bronze, then you'll know that you only need a silver or bronze to unlock it.
Well, first of all, I'm impressed that you only need 2, because my number's 5. And I was happy when it wasn't 6 anymore. That happened the other night. I was like, yay, I've finally finished one.
You've done far more of the game than me. What's
No,
your
I have,
career
but
progression?
Yeah, I'll have a
In
look.
percentage, mine's 21%.
Well, you've been playing it a lot though. You have caught up a lot because over the last week or so.
Oh, but I've only done about 2 or 3 magazines on each volume, and then
Oh
I've
yeah,
moved up to the next one because I really want the bikes. That's what I want from it.
yeah.
Unlike the special event
Well,
ones, they give you the best bikes, so that's why I've been doing those.
no, exactly. It's worth kind of what with us all talking about it and everything as well. You're bound to anyone will be curious as to those time trials, thinking, well, how difficult is this going to be?
Oh yeah, yeah, I am really interested. They're not the easiest things in the world, that's for sure. On other games, or indeed other time trials, I do them first time. Oh, that's a big high side. I do them first time with no bother, but like that Macau one, although I was really close, I didn't do it first time. So there's definitely an element of a hard difficulty to it, and you need to sit there and practice the game for hours on end before you can get it done.
I mean, I do now think we are saying you have to be manual gears. That's pretty
Yeah,
much a
I agree.
given. I don't think anyone with automatic gears is ever going to hit those time trials. So, me personally, I'm actually going to practice. I'm going to spend the next couple of days practicing with manual gears so I can come back and see if there's a difference. I think it's got to be the next step for me.
Yeah, I think that's a wise choice.
I mean,
Even if you can't get the gold, it'll benefit you in the long run.
with the semi-automatic, can I change up quicker? Would that help if I change up and down? Does that work? Do you think?
You're on semi-automatic, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So could I?
Yeah, you can change down. Yeah, you can override it, but the best time to override it would be the down changes. That's why I said the other day that you should go down the gearbox yourself quicker than what it does, because then your bike will slow down faster.
So in practice, you mean that I'd be able to brake a bit later, ultimately?
Yeah, yeah. It depends again on the bike. Uh, like for example, you know that new bike that they added the other day, the free Ducati Desmodici.
Yeah.
Then if you change down gears really fast and go into first gear, you'll just high side every single time. So for that bike, you have to be slower. But there are some bikes, I'd probably say 70% of bikes, and you can go down the gearbox as fast as you like and you won't fall off, and you slow down so much quicker.
Ah. Do you go with the preload, the 0-10 on all of them on these special?
I often just leave it as standard, and then if I have a problem, then I'll switch it to that, yeah, and change the gears. But I only really change my setup if if I'm either struggling with an event or
Yeah.
if I'm doing time trial. Like, as in the time attack, not the career mode, just time attack, because I'm sad like that.
Yeah.
But that's when you notice these things, and that's why the Ghost is so good, because it's a shame that in Korea you don't have it, because it's a great way to compare different riding styles. So if you went into the time attack and did a lap with automatic gears with a certain setup, and then you changed to manual, then straight away you might go, oh wow, look how much later I braked into the first turn, and you would straight away tell because you compare to your Ghost, and that's where it's so brilliant. But you miss out on that in the career.
I'm not sure, this isn't scientific, but I do think that they've made the rider stay on the bike slightly better, because I've been bashing people there a little bit, and I've been staying on more than normal.
You could be right there.
That we don't know. I can't confirm that yet, but oh, that was my own fault.
Phil says he's using semi-auto gears and he's managed to get to the grand finale using them.
That's impressive.
But he did say that it required a lot of patience and practice.
I'm impressed, Phil.
That's
how
impressive.
How did you do that Macau night one, 2:30 on that? I want specific instructions on how difficult that was. Well, I want a full report, basically, on my desk by 9 AM tomorrow morning. That Macau one, I don't even know.
I think it's tough as well because it's really easy to hit your head on the walls. You have to adjust your style. The controller and the TV nearly got it.
Ha! Okay.
Yeah,
well,
like see here, you know how you were just on the curb, which is totally fine, and I do the same, and that's what you want to do. But at Macau, you can't place your bike on the apex because your head will hit the wall, and that's really difficult to get used to if you're so used to going straight for the apex. Phil says that was his worst track, and he did think at one point that he wouldn't be able to do it.
I'm impressed, Phil.
Yeah, that's impressive. If anything, willpower as well as skill.
Yeah. I think anyone who now completes the Macau in 2 minutes 30 with automatic gears should win the official Phil Roach trophy. Oh shit. I've actually penaltied there. Yeah, we could have a little thing made up. I'll go down to the trophy shop and like, I'm not going to actually post it to people, but they can have a photo. They can Photoshop themselves in. That's what I'll do. I hope that's alright, Phil. I mean, most people don't get a trophy named after them until they're dead, so I hope you're not offended, because obviously you're not dead, but, you know.
He says, have a whip round for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will. Well, I'll put 10% of my Patreon funding into it every month, so it should only take us 15 years to buy it. Very good.
Yorkshire Pudding just said that he was doing a race and the guy behind had a much faster bike and he kept on hitting him off, and even though he rewound times, the guy kept on hitting him off, so he just had to accept that guy was going to go past. How annoying.
No. I have trouble accepting that.
Sometimes that can happen.
Anyone who's watched me regularly will have seen me done multiple replays just to fuck someone up. I'm like,
I think each race must be different though.
Oh, it is.
Because you know that race at the Finland track, it's a road race. You were doing it recently, I can't remember what bike you were on, maybe it was a Yamaha, but you were racing against somebody with a much faster bike, and you had to block him off at the end on the final straight.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, I did that, and I was expecting to come up against somebody with a really fast bike, but nobody had a really fast bike. It was easy.
Oh, for God's sake.
It was weird. I was expecting somebody to come flying past on the straight, but I just kept on pulling away on the straight. It was odd.
Okay, that shows you it is worth. Oh, I nearly hit my head then.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what happened, but maybe either the bike selection changes each race. That had that really fast bike somehow like got his way to the front on yours, but on mine he was at the back. I'm not
Ah.
sure. It was odd.
Hmm.
But yeah, maybe if for anybody who's having a race like that and they're thinking, oh, this seems unfair, I'm playing against this guy with a really fast bike. If you back out and load up the race again, maybe it'll give you a fairer selection.
That's a good point, guys. In fact, make sure if you are going to do that, make sure you back right out though. Don't just do restart, because for sure if you do restart, it seems that you get the same guys at the same level.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Damn, this is good having Wally in the chat as well. It's good just not talking to myself the whole time. I could get used to this. I might have to really start getting some money if I'm going to have to pay him, because like Wally's looking to get a new job at the moment. So yeah, I might have to like come up with something.
Just find me something and I'll be happy.
Yeah. Find you something. What, like in a bush?
Like on that game. Oh look, there's £5 in this bush here. Oh, and some in this trash can.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was...
Exactly. Yeah, if anyone
Yeah,
wants to
that'll do.
see a weird game, I played this really weird RPG game on the channel. I got sent it, and because it was an indie game, I wanted to give them a little bit of a boost. That's why I'm playing. If anyone ever thinks, what's he playing this for? I just like supporting like small developers who wouldn't really get seen. That's why I do that. So.
Oh, I forgot to look at what you.
Oh yeah, so did I.
Never mind.
Oh, I'm on
Oh, the
the bit.
Nürburgring.
Exactly. I'm the man on this.
How come you've got yourself a nice little Rossi helmet as your avatar?
Yeah, exactly. You finally noticed.
Thought you'd treat yourself. Oh, I
Exactly.
noticed the other day. I've only just remembered to say.
Yeah. Does everyone else like my shiny new helmet? I put it on there especially for you guys. Until my cold's gone. Once my cold's gone, you're going to have to look at my face again though, so don't think you're getting away with it. Face will be back.
Did you buy it individually, or did you get a few others?
No, I just bought it individually.
Nice. Well, we can do battle. Shame you can't get my helmet on the screen.
That just sounds so wrong. It's not even. I can't. In my brain, it's like
The Marquez one.
sparks are coming out of my ears.
The two rivals against one another.
Yeah, that's a good point. We are going to have. That is the next step for us. We have got to race. Obviously, people are going to want to see you hand me my ass. Basically, that's what they're going to want to see.
No, I don't think so. On, say, a game like MotoGP, then everybody just does the MotoGP class, and they cycle around the same tracks. So it's very easy to get used to each track. But on this, if depending on what selection you chose, then I wouldn't be very good at all.
Well, let's hope so. I'm very competitive. There's definitely that. I
I've
might not
only
be
done
good.
a few tracks. Like, so for example, this that you're doing now, I've not been round the Nürburgring. I haven't been round on this bike, so I haven't done either of the combinations. So it'd be a steep learning curve, let's say.
Right, excellent. We'll do 11 laps of this. That'll be it. The whole stream.
I don't think it'll work actually. When I was online, the one time when I was online playing with my friend, we tried to do 30 laps of Daytona because it's only an oval. We knew it was going to be over quite soon, so we thought, oh, let's do 30, and it didn't work. It went to 3. So I think there's a limit, but 15 worked.
Oh.
Unless they fix that in the patch, of course.
I mean, it would be good if there was some sort of money glitch or whatever. That would be good. You could just do like 10 laps of Nürburgring and absolutely fill your money pot.
Oh, well, I tell you, yeah. Well, if you want some money ideas, here's my money glitch to you. There are multiple options, but basically pick a track that's really short, like Daytona or the Brands Hatch Indy track.
Yeah.
Which you can do in 40 seconds. Get yourself a really fast bike, hop into the time attack in the quick mode section of the game, and go round and round, and don't restart, just go round. And it didn't take long, maybe half an hour. I did 50 laps of Brands Hatch Indy, and I got 80,000 for that. It was insane. I haven't had so much money in such a short period of time.
Alright. I mean,
so that's a really good way.
I took the time saver option. I took the ×2 credits, and now I'm looking at it. I'm thinking I probably didn't need to bother. I'm not sure.
I agree. I say it's wise because in the old game you definitely needed it, but in this game, I think you can get away with it. I haven't got it, and I'm okay for money.
What's Phil said there? That's quite a long message. I can't look at that.
He's just basically giving another tip, and like me, he's saying take the racing line off because it's a lot smoother and you can be a lot more consistent without it. Because the racing line, as I said, it changes. It's not a consistent line that you can rely on. So
yeah.
When it's gone, then you'll work out your own markers, and it'll allow you to be a lot more consistent.
Good shout, Phil. We'll put that in the notes that we send out for anyone who wants to enter to win the Phil Roach Trophy 2019.
Yeah, Phil also said that it helps that he rides in real life, so he's sort of in his head, he knows he knows how a bike handles with his nice Ducati, and he can sort of judge. Oh yeah, I want to come into this corner like this, and this seems a bit too fast, or this seems a bit too slow. So
Phil, you're in danger of showing off now. Like, you know, we've made you immortal by naming a trophy after you, but like, too much showing off, and like, we have to throw it in the bin. You'll have to come in actual voice chat if you really want to properly show off. We'll allow that, definitely.
No, Phil's got a really nice bike. Wally said the other time he was in, he was like, come and check out my Instagram, and I had a look. I followed him, and yeah, he's got this really nice Ducati, and he's got loads of bike friends, and the one that interests me is he had one picture and his friend had a Marquez helmet, but it was a helmet that I've never seen before, so I have no idea how his friend has acquired that. But yeah, there's some good content on there.
So someone couldn't have just painted it for him like us, you know?
That's the only thing I can think of. Because normally when you get a Marquez helmet, you don't get the Red Bull sponsorship on it, but this helmet did have the sponsorship on. You know, nothing on my Instagram that's interesting. I don't use it, I just use it to follow other people. Is your stream still going? It's lagged out a bit on mine.
Has it?
Oh yeah, it's fine. It might have just been me. It was buffering for a few seconds and I was confused, but then it went back to you on the big long straight.
Yeah, I seem to have timed the gearing better this time, guys. I didn't make it too short. It's really important on Nürburgring that you aren't tempted to make the final ratio too short.
Yeah, that's wise. It's hard to judge though,
For the
because I
whole
think that the
race,
numbers they
basically,
give you are wrong.
for the whole race, the shorter gearing in this section makes you way quicker, and you feel like you're 6 or 7 seconds up. If you look there, the only reason I'm 10 seconds up rather than 7 was literally because I left the gears longer. So on that final epic straight, I got up to whatever it was, 195 mile an hour. Whereas if you have it lower, you only get to 175, and that's not enough. They start pulling back on you.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, I'm gonna check to see what you put it on, because you know how it tells you what your top speed should be. I'm not sure if that's correct.
Okay, I thought it said 198, but I might be wrong. Obviously,
so on your gearing,
I'm
it
recovering
says that
from
you can
man
do
flu, everybody. I
215.
have to remind everybody here, because obviously I want to garner some sympathy. Anyway, sorry, carry on, Wally.
Oh, yeah, so you're reaching the rev limiter around 195, but according to your gearing, you can do 215.
Oh.
So, yeah, the gearing figure it gives you and the actual figure you can do different.
I don't know if I could do this without the line. I've got the line in for the corners. I think I'll just forget too many times. Whoa, 17 seconds up. What the?
Nice.
Wow.
No, I think you could.
Yeah, you're probably right. Other games haven't got it.
You know that you're way around here. I know you think that the line is assisting you, which it is a bit, but if you didn't know your way around here, then you'd be having problems.
Yeah, that's true. I think if I could get good with the manual gears, I might be alright, because...
Phil's on my Instagram. He's seen a picture of my bike and he's liked it, and he's seen a picture that I've drawn of a bike and he's like that. Romain is here. Or Roman, depending on how you pronounce it. And he
hey
asks, what is new in the patch?
Well, there was a whole long list. There's a real... What was the one? Oh, the trophy one. There's a whole list of trophies that they've changed, because some of the trophies weren't unlocking in career. Like, you had to seem to go to quick race to complete them. So that's a good thing. Hey, feel good?
Yeah. Oh, I feel good. Yeah, the trophies were Green Inferno, Union Jack, Supermoto Expert, Hit the Gas, Racing Sideways, Triumph in the City, and Nocturnal Animal.
A Marmite and Toast.
And they've adjusted loads of things. The main thing that stands out are the trophies, as you say, and probably that career mode adjustment for the Naked Special Magni Cores time attack, which has been adjusted. But yeah, apart from that, there's loads of other things, but they're minor.
Just one time attack was the main disappointment, Romain, because I was hoping for a change in that. Or at least the ability for bronze to be good enough to unlock the final part of the game.
Yeah, Phil just said that guy had custom paint jobs before, so yeah, maybe he had it painted. That makes sense. But it is a really nice lid.
The good thing about having Wally on the channel, guys, is that I can actually fuck about a bit more, because it's like, you know, got someone else to bounce off. But the downside to Wally being here from his point of view is like for example, let's pick like probably the best comedians ever, like Eric and Ernie. Wally is obviously Ernie, so like he's got to cope with that. But he's so young, he probably don't even know who Eric and Ernie are.
No, I haven't got a clue.
Well, you're Ernie. But it's Cannon and Ball. You're Cannon. Yeah.
What?
You know,
No,
little and large.
no idea.
Little and large. You're little. So you know. Do they even have comedy double acts anymore? I can't even think of a modern one. Oh shit, I'm all over the road because I've started fucking around there.
The Chuckle Brothers do that, then I'll know.
The Chuckle Brothers? They're all stupid.
The Chuckle Brothers were brilliant.
Basically, you're the straight man, is what I'm saying. Not in a, like... Not as in you're the straight man and I'm the gay man, obviously. Not in that way, because, like, my girlfriend's been on the channel, so we've got proof of that. Well, having said that, I could just be really, you know, trying too hard. Trying too hard to not come out of the closet, but no.
Oh dear.
Straight as in straight-laced.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, even though I'm not playing, it's really hard to read the chat and to work out what you're saying, because I'll be reading the chat at the same point and you'll say something and I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's hard to concentrate.
You've got a new appreciation, haven't you, for
I have, actually. I know you do have the stuff on your screen, but like say now, you going along the straight, you could do something.
Oh, I can look now, yeah, easy. But
how on earth you do it around some of the technical parts, I don't know.
Well, I think you do know. That's when I'll have the crash,
The
rewind,
rewinds
crash,
coming up.
rewind, crash, rewind. And then people leave the channel. He's like, he's crashed and rewind. I'm not watching this person crash and rewind. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and then that's why on all the top people
wait a
who
second.
stream.
Well, wait a second. I was expecting a finish then. I put my controller down. This is 3 laps.
Yeah.
I need to have a drink, guys. I'm going to pause for a second now. Bloody hell.
Bill and Ben.
Bill and Ben? The flower pot men? Bill and... Flubba-lubba-lubba-lub. Flubba-lubba-lubba-lub.
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you know that. Oh, that's brilliant.
Bill and Ben. I can't remember what else they do. I think that's all they do. And then someone commentates. Bill thinks the flower is bigger today. Ben thinks it's smaller. There you go. Jesus, I bet that too. We've got 11 viewers. Sorry, guys. Respect to you.
Oh, dear.
You're never going to subscribe with me doing flower pot men impressions. You're going to behave yourself. This is a serious racing channel and you should definitely subscribe to see some serious racing with Wally and Ken Hammer.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but my food will be ready any second now.
Oh,
so...
listen to him. Listen, look, he's got his little minions making food for him.
That's what you want.
That's alright, mate. It's been a pleasure.
So I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
No, that's good. You can just leave. You don't have to give me any love today. This is fine.
No, it was good. I enjoyed being here.
It's an hour.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of Wally. No, it's good. We'll have you back again soon. The race night is definitely going to happen. Kent versus Wally, the showdown to win the Phil Roach Trophy 2019.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a good evening.
Thanks, mate. Catch you next time.
Yeah, see you later. Thank you very much. See ya.
And then there was one. I'm going to practice really hard. I'm going to get ready for the showdown with Wally. I'm going to surprise him. Going to be practicing with manual gears, working out all my corners. I'll be on the Ducati, he'll be on the Lambretta, no problem, easy win. I think 3 laps of Nürburgring is actually a bit overly long. I think two is fine for a race. Should better get a decent bit of speed up here. Whoop. Let's have a look. 160. 170. You have to put a bit of a break in there, unfortunately. I must admit, I do think that with the patch today, 1.06, so many people were looking forward to it. So many people thought this would be the answer to them being able to unlock the finale. I think they've made a mistake. I think that they should have allowed people to either lower the difficulty for the time trial, so ultimately increasing the time needed, or allowing people to unlock the finale with bronze. So you have to complete all the races, but you only need a bronze. That would have been a sensible option because it still gives you stuff to go for, but and then if it was scalable, so you could, you know, bronze would be a shorter time on a higher difficulty, that makes perfect sense. It's not just this game as well, other games have trouble with time trials. They let you scale the difficulty of all the other races, but then a time trial is like set in stone. Oh, splat. Bill and Ben, the flower pot, man, the cheek of it. I had us down as Eric and Ernie, like the two Ronnies. Legends in our own underpants. Alright, here we go, get some speed up here. 160, 170, 180. We're gonna go 190. Not happening, is it? 188. Oh, here we go. Almost. I've run out of road. Okay, so fair to say a harder difficulty probably would have been a better idea on that one, but I didn't know. Alright, that was a long race. Jesus, look at that, guys. 18 stars for that. I think everyone's logging off to have their tea. When Bagpuss goes to sleep, all his friends go to sleep too. The mice on the mouse organ. Well, guys, this is not what we wanted for a patch. I mean, it's a comprehensive patch, but it ultimately hasn't changed the time trials, and it hasn't made unlocking the finale any easier. So I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed today. Definitely more play is required. I definitely need to play through more, because obviously in this event I only need to turn 1 silver into a gold. Hey Poo Tatos. So basically I will be back on tomorrow evening if you'd like to join me again. I'm going to take a break now, but I'll be back on tomorrow evening. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and join us, and hit the little bell notification so you can be notified where we're on next. Thanks for your time, guys. I know there's lots you could be doing.